welcome back to another video. It's Manga Fairy. So I wanted to do a different style of video today. I don't think that I'm going to be doing a chapter review for the last chapter of Attack on Titan that came out, only because the chapters are so dense, specifically that one, and I tend to miss a lot of things, and this specific question that I'm going to be covering in this video has been on my mind for definitely the last couple chapters, but has been a thought in the back of my head for basically the entire series of Attack on Titan, so I'm really curious to get to the bottom of it today. So I wanted to focus on the idea that Eren Jaeger, the main heroine of Attack on Titan, can become a villain. Now, I know a lot of people only watch the anime, a lot of people read the manga, and some of you do both. This video is more of a general character breakdown. I will be showing bits of the source material, but I don't want to get into breaking down of events in this specific video. I want to cater to both manga and anime viewers, so I'll be using scenes from the anime and like vague parts of the manga because I don't want to spoil anything for those of you who only watch the anime, so don't worry too much about that. I can always make another video showing specific examples of scenes. So before I get started, if you like anime and manga content, please consider subscribing for weekly videos, and don't forget to hit the notification bell down below because it's the most important thing in YouTube right now, especially for small creators like me. And since I'm not going to be doing a chapter review for the last chapter, I wanted to show you guys the poll results for chapter 109 of Attack on Titan. 60% of you thought it was 5 stars, 20% of you thought it was 4 stars, and 20% thought it was 3 stars. Usually we get like a 5-star rating for Attack on Titan because a lot of people love it, but it's really interesting to see that some people voted 3 stars, which is really cool. I mean, it's not cool because it's a low rating, but it's cool to see people, like, it's cool to see other people's opinions, is what I mean. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So let's go back to the very beginning where we start off with what seems like a very peaceful place in a very peaceful town. Eren is always the complete opposite of that, causing a ruckus wherever he goes. Like, literally in every scene that he's in, he's usually yelling or expressing his opinions in a very, very loud way. And if you think I'm joking, then obviously you've never seen the anime and you're probably just a manga reader, because Eren's yell is engraved into my mind, as I'm sure it's engraved in many people's mind, because he screams so damn much. We get to see right off the bat that Eren isn't like everyone else and has an extremely strong feeling towards his sense of freedom and justice. And having strong feelings and drive is the first point that most villains have. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, because a lot of heroes have an extremely strong sense of drive as well. The issue is that more likely than not, the drive becomes the main focus of their life, and they leave behind the things that really matter, like friends, family, and ties. We see this in movies, TV shows, books, and other animes. It's an extremely common occurrence. The second point that most villains have is their taste for revenge. Once Eren's mom is killed, we get to see that extremely dark sense of revenge emerge from Eren. This force is the thing that helps him throughout the story, but revenge is one of the things that eats at a person. We see in countless clips Eren being overcome by revenge, where he typically says, "I will kill them all," or he just loses control in general. And this happens quite often. The only conclusion for his revenge is when he uses his power of the founding Titan to command the surrounding Titans into eating the one that killed his mother. It kind of makes you wonder though, like, what's his goal now that it's not revenge? The third thing that makes us question Eren's intentions is the very nature of his power, a Titan. The whole series drives the idea that Titan equals bad, yet the main character becomes a Titan. Now this can also show the humility of the Titans, much like Ymir's backstory did, where she explains what it's like to be a Titan. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying that it's bad to be a Titan or a Titan shifter, because Isayama also drives the idea of humanizing the villains within his story, which I think is amazing and requires a lot of talent to pull off. What I am getting at here, though, is for the most part, the power of the Titans has been used negatively. Eren, being as strong-willed and opinionated as he is, could very well turn and use the power against humanity at some point. We don't really know. If you wanted to compare Eren to another famous character in a beloved franchise, you could absolutely compare him to Anakin Skywalker. These two characters have so much in common that I couldn't not bring it up. So, if you don't know about Anakin Skywalker, which if you don't, where have you been for the past, like, decade? Anakin Skywalker is the younger version of Darth Vader. In the first 2 Star Wars prequels, Anakin is painted as a heroine, but as we all know, turns to the dark side. Anakin's motives for turning to the dark side are in essence anger and loss, both of which Eren Jaeger possesses. Eren has watched hundreds of people die right in order to fight for humanity or to simply protect him. He could grow tired of the cycle that clearly doesn't seem to be working. In addition, a huge factor that played a part in Anakin's character change is he watched his mother get beaten and tortured to death. Does that at all sound familiar to anybody? It should, because Eren also watched his mother meet an unfortunate end. I'm not saying that just because they have that in common, Eren will turn to the Attack on Titan universe dark side, but losing a mother is an extreme trauma, and it has repercussions on a person. Palpatine was also one of the main reasons Anakin chose the dark side. The Jedi treated Anakin diametrically opposite to Palpatine. The Scout Regiment also treats Eren in that way, in most cases, only using him for his power and often threatening him with death. That isn't the case so much in the recent Attack on Titan after the time skip. But before, a lot of the time, they would threaten him with death. In the very beginning, the first thing that we see is that he was going to get sentenced to death, but because they could use his power, they kept him alive. Eren usually doesn't take these instances personally, but you have to wonder what kind of things that can do to a person's psyche, always feeling like they have a knife to their throat. The Palpatine in Attack on Titan could very well be Shigeki. I won't get into the specifics of why, and I'm sure those of you who read the manga understand what I'm saying. Shigeki's influence and kind nature towards Eren could eventually lead to the manipulation of Eren's judgment, and we saw in the last chapter something happen, and I know most of you know what I'm talking about. And a lot of people are thinking that Shigeki has some kind of Titan influence over him. And I'm not sure about that, but let me know in the comment section if you agree with that or if you have any proof to back that up, because that's very interesting to me. The latest chapters of Attack on Titan definitely have a lot of us questioning Eren's motives, but let me know what you guys think. I know I kept it rather vague, but I did that on purpose. This was simply a short examination of Eren's character. Let me know down in the comment section if any of you have more examples of Eren's character that could lead to his downfall. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and remember to be safe and responsible out there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!